Welcome to Invite Sent. We are a live streaming show where we interview people and play video games.
Jason, get it in there.
Let's go. Oh, let's go. Got him. Got, son. Still there. Got him.
Excited for that. Ooh, just got in front of you. So I think that.
Got him.
Let's just get that.
He's upset. He's uninstalling the game.
Oh, watch it. Tire.
You should have seen I jumped right into it.
Oh boy.
Oh, they're
Okay,
here.
Hiya.
How do I shoot them? I have a gun, don't I?
No, you don't want to. I would never probably shoot right now in their seat because your job is to heal us.
Okay. I like to jump right into the gameplay and start asking questions because there's plenty of interviews out there that are just two faces side by side talking about something. But let's not do that. Let's ask you hard questions while you're trying to play a video game on live stream.
I don't think I can talk and clean. It's very complicated.
What is your earliest memory of playing video games?
I do remember playing Pong on, it's probably like the Intellivision.
What was your go-to game then, girl?
A lot of people probably don't know what this is, but it's Romance of the Three Kingdoms.
We had our event last year. I don't even think we were really using the term metaverse. We were just saying we're going to be in Decentraland. Or maybe we did use the term metaverse, but like it wasn't popular. Just like blockchain and crypto didn't really become popular, mainstream popular, until NBA Top Shot created those moments and then NFT became popular.
Man, I'm glad you're asking these questions.
One of my go-to games was probably NBA Street Volume 2.
Oh man, you just got picked like a seedless grape.
We are the best video game players in this video
on stream.
On this specific stream. Let me ask this: Why coach? Why coach esports?
I always was an avid gamer. You know, I fell in love with gaming. Life happened.
Yeah.
Got out of gaming for a while, then went back in because of some of my students. You know, I just saw all the career and college pathways, man. And I was like, I don't think nobody else is looking at it the way I'm looking at this thing.
Helps us quite a bit.
I fell off. I fell. I'm sorry.
Oh,
that's dumb.
Okay.
That's first of
that
all,
happens.
That's dumb that they have a place to. My kill cam is me? Dadgummit. Yeah, that happens in pro Overwatch. Your kill cam is yourself. Oh, I fell off the freaking thing again.
There we go.
Oh, I don't even know how to do that. I don't know. Okay. Oh no, did you die? Oh my god. Oh gosh.
Get your school into the high school esports league community. It's complete.
I think those conversations are important to normalize that it's not okay, because as long as you keep saying like this is not okay, then tell me what is okay. And then having those strong females within the gaming space is also definitely a move in the right direction.
I feel like my games were a little easier earlier when I had my lobbies. Pretty sure.
Well, those were bot lobbies. So.
Those were bot lobbies.
They didn't think they could be here. They thought it was just a boys' game, or they weren't comfortable. They didn't want to compete. That really highlighted the fact that we've got to make it more inclusive for girls. We have to make welcoming, open environments. We have to give them champions and examples of mentors that they can see and that they can be. And despite whatever culture or society says, they absolutely are a part of this world, and they can absolutely make a difference in science, technology, engineering, mathematics, art.
So this was a Kickstarter project, correct?
Yeah, so I scraped money together on my own when we went up to Kickstarter.
At what point would we say they moved from club to designated under the school's banner?
Obviously, it's going to come from support staff. Having a director of a program and then having per game coaches, I think, is a great way to help with that.
The parent interaction is a big part of it, especially for somebody who's in this industry and, fought to try and be here. What I see is, what I strive for is to show parents that gaming is a legitimate way to create a career for yourself, right? And these tournaments do that.
When it comes to character creators, the disabled community is not really represented in the game itself. That was something that we wanted to attack on our way in. So one of the first things we ever built was this character creator. We call them enhancements. So the wheelchairs, you've got different prosthetic,
different eye colors as well.
Heterochromia, different color eyes is heterochromia, which is like super common.
Oh, on this one, you shoot his legs out and then he falls over. And okay, he disappeared for some reason. Okay.
It's one of my favorite things about Apex is I can do absolutely nothing in this period right here.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, look at this! I'm flying. This reminds me of Kingdom Hearts, which have you ever played Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah. My 9-year-old big fan.
So I won victory. Dad dab. Yes. I'm over here hitting R like I'm reloading my gun accidentally for some reason. I have no idea. Or C to crouch. And
I said, so, hey, have you heard about esports and how it's benefiting schools and how it's doing all this for students? And they said, I've heard some of it. Well, did you know that it's happening right now and it's something that you guys can jump on board with?
So I was a sergeant. I was an E5. Seeing the work that we were doing with the kids and seeing like, hey, this is something that we can really build and make a positive influence on the kids that we're working with.
Particularly, Bubba, here's my big thing, particularly people who look like me.
Yeah.
In the educational technology space and in the esports space, because I said that it's being underserved. I need for directors, I need for teachers, I need for students, I need for anybody to, when I'm talking to them, they say, oh, whoa. And they may not say it, but I know sometimes they're thinking it, well, there's this African American, there's this black man in this space talking esports, talking educational technology. We may have not seen that before, and that's important.
Like as you said earlier, you mentioned like a parent asking about esports challenges for their kid. I think that's like wonderful. Like how many parents back in the day actually had interest in gaming when it's not like, academically viable.
And so I reached out to Mike and Christy. Their contact information was on there. I found them through High School Esports League, which was our league, coincidentally. Christy answered my email and she was like, you've got some technical questions. I'm gonna loop Mike in on this.
Of course.
It was just the best meeting I've ever had.
Hey, I know you're already going to be here for the tennis tournament. You got to come by, dude. Take 15 minutes out of the tennis tournament. Come inside. Get a breath of the air-conditioned air, and just come see what my kids are doing. And that's all it took. They just had to see it with their own eyes. Oh, these are the kids that are playing in esports. It was the kids who ate lunch by themselves, the kids with no friends, the kids, we were worried about them dropping out of school. But hey, you know what? They came to school on Friday because they wanted to play Super Smash Brothers in the library.
My name's Kyle Mullins. I'm the youth pastor and work with 6th through 12th graders. It's probably where we started spending the most time together is when we went to China and put on a soccer camp. And then got into streaming a couple months ago between my fumbling through the world and gaming all of my life, but now fumbling into streaming and stuff.
One of the things that's really important to me is the kids learn to be positive influence, to not be toxic. I've seen kids get really mean and be bullies.
If the industry truly wants to actually serve these communities, and it's going to come from a publisher down, we're going to have to provide support behind titles that can be played on the platform that these communities can actually have access to. It comes from the publisher down, it's just the empathy comes from the businesses and the consumers down.
You know what? Let me in front of you. Let me be your shield, and that way you don't die as quick.
In addition, I think one of the more exciting things I got to do is I got to be one of the official co-streamers for the Overwatch League opening day this past season.
Well, my background's actually in acting. I went to school for musical theater back in the day. I don't think I can talk and clean. It's very complicated.
All good things sometimes must come to an end. I'm actually leaving the world of education.
What?
Yep, big reveal. 6 days. I'm actually in conversations right now about my next steps.
This was announced officially here in the public on the show. Were you a CIA agent? I just have to ask you.
I was not. I did work in the Bureau of Intelligence and Research.
Oh crap! Oh crap!
Oh no! Well, it looks like.
I should have stayed so close to the edge.
ESA is the voice and advocate for the video game industry in the United States.
And we're really lucky in that we get to stay really mission driven and stay focused on the impact that this is having on students and schools. We don't really need to get into the nitty gritty of the numbers, which is, I think the thing is, like an educator, you probably fear when you're leaving the classroom.
If you'd like to be on Invite Sent to be interviewed and play video games, please go to bubbagatter.com and request to be on the show. And I'll let you know if the invite is sent.
Oh my god.
Trade.
Yeah. Come on in, big guy. Come on. You won't.
How do you heal and how do you live? What?
She threw a black hole at us like Thanos. You can't. That's not a button. I don't have that button.
I don't have that button either. What's up, Kyle? Oh my, what's up? What's up? We're getting rolling. Here we go. Let's go. Good morning, gamers.
Hey yo, well, good morning, gamers. Good morning, gamers. Good morning, it's gaming week, gamers. Good morning, 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 gamers. Good gamers. Good morning, gamers. Good morning, gamers. Good morning, gamers.
Good morning, gamers. Good morning, gamers. Hey, Kyle, welcome from Twitch. Mark Lestrange from the UK. Lestrange. I'm going to go with that because that's how I see it based off what I read in Harry Potter and how they said it in the audiobooks and on the movies. Mark, thank you for being here from the UK. Welcome. Hi, I'm Bubba Gaddard. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Just kidding. Hello, my name is Bubba Gaddard. Thank you so much for being here. This is Good Morning Gamers. This is episode 5 of the Metaverse. I'm super excited. We've had some fun episodes the past few days. We've done yesterday on Monday. We met with Brian Custer. He is a military veteran with the Army. He's also a trainer in trauma and resiliency. And we had some fun talking to him about gaming and esports. It was great. We also did some other ones. I can't remember what we've done so far. We talked about AI last week. We talked about ChatGPT. We spent some time in there. I had a ton of fun just learning and messing around, which is kind of fun today because we're going to talk about the Metaverse. And what the heck is the Metaverse? But this is a build up to today at 2 p.m. Eastern. If you're around, Mark in the UK, let's see, what is it? What is 2 p.m.? 2 p.m. Eastern in UK. That would be 7 p.m. So 7 p.m. tonight, Mark, you can check in with us on the internet. We will be going to the D&H TV live. You can check it out. I'm going to put it in the chat, so make sure you have it. But we will be talking about the Metaverse very much so. And diving into a lot of fun things. I'm going to try and get a better version of this post without all the extras. Yup. Okay. So if you definitely want to come stick around, I'll have to put that on LinkedIn for you, Mark. Let me go do that real quick. And we will be talking about the Metaverse in even more detail. And we'll be interviewing Shay from Coalition of Parents in Esports. And we will be, I'm going to put it in the chat right there. There we go. And we'll have Casey Weist from D&H on the show, and we're going to dive in deep to what the Metaverse is. So we're going to talk about gaming and esports. We're talking about education, but it's on the D&H TV webcast today. It's going to be a ton of fun. Please go to that link, register now, RSVP. There's a lot of people coming today to watch. So this is just a preview of what we're going to be doing later today. And really to hype it up, but I'm going to spend some time talking about the Metaverse. We're going to explore it. We're going to look at some books that are out there. I know Kyle on Twitch, you have Kyle Party 64. You have read this book too. We're going to dive into it. I'm actually going to create on stream some social posts of Matthew Ball's book, The Metaverse, and how it will change the world, which we'll go into here momentarily. And I'm super excited. But if you're in the chat and you want to talk about the Metaverse, you have questions about the Metaverse, I am not the expert that you probably want to hear this information from, but I'm ready to talk about it. And I'm excited to understand it with everyone else and learn from it and, throw some information out. Thirsty Minds, Joe, how are you, sir? Over on LinkedIn. Good to see you, sir. Thanks for being here. We're talking about esports gaming and the metaverse. Really, it's going to be a fun day because later at 2 p.m. Eastern or 1 o'clock Central, I'll be on D&H Live webcast talking about looking ahead at 2023. We're going to talk about the metaverse. We're going to talk about virtual reality. We're going to talk about augmented reality. We're going to talk about gaming and esports and what it's going to do for the industry. A little glimpse of yeah, Kyle on Twitch. I'm not the expert. I'm not the expert you want to hear this from, but I'm the guy you're going to hear this from. Good one, Kyle. Good one. Oh, I'm excited. Thank you again for being here. I am excited to jump in. And once again, 2 o'clock today, Eastern Central Time. If you're around, make sure you go to the link in the chat, or if you need me to put it in, you can see it and I will put it in. But it is the D&H Live TV show, TV webcast. We're going to be interviewing Shay Williams from COPE. That is the Coalition of Parents in Esports. I'll zoom in a little bit here. Shay from Coalition of Parents in Esports. She's also a mother of a pro esports gamer. Her son is Duster, and he is a pro gamer. He also helps run their nonprofit, the Coalition of Parents in Esports. She's also a big Web3 advocate, as well as the metaverse and as well as crypto and everything else, NFTs. She used to work for IBM. She knows a ton of stuff. She's a cancer survivor. She knows lots of fun stuff. And I'm super excited to talk to her some more. We're also going to have Casey Weist. I believe that's how I say it. I need to ask him before we get on the show. But he is the new esports sales specialist at D&H. If you know, in the past shows, I've had Logan on the show before. We played some Rocket League not on this show, but my other show, Invite Sent. I'd love for anyone, if you want to be on Invite Sent, you can hit me up on BubbaGaddert.com and request to be on the show. And we can talk about whatever you want to talk about. Let's jump into what the metaverse is. I am going to pull up Metaverse Matthew Ball. If you have not seen this book, you should. I'm going to pull it up on Amazon. Make it the easiest. I don't know. Amazon, you want to sponsor this? Hello, here we are. Amazon, come on in. Now, this is the book that I'm referring to. The Metaverse and How It'll Revolutionize Everything. This is the Kindle edition. There's an audiobook. I've got it on Scribd, which I'll show you shortly. And we're going to listen to some audio from it. Pretty sure by fair use laws, I can reference it. Fair right laws use something. I can probably reference it, but I'm going to actually take some of this stuff and turn it into a social post, because I've actually asked the author, Matthew Ball, to come on one of my shows maybe next year, and he wasn't against it. He just was pretty tired from all the interviews he's had over the last 6 months for the book that released, I believe it was this summer. And this is a really, really good book. When I first got it, so here's what I thought. When I first got this book, which I'd love to see the cover. I want to pull the cover up. There we go. When I first saw this book, I thought, oh, okay, I want to know about this. My friends like Kyle and Twitch were talking about how do we get in the metaverse? How do we do stuff in the digital space? How do we do ministry in the digital space, as well as with the metaverse? Because for us, we were noticing people doing things on Twitch around ministry. And for me, running the Varsity Esports Foundation, I thought, man, it would be great to dive deep into that and also be prepared and help educate. I spent a lot of time in our nonprofit, the Varsity Esports Foundation, just educating and advocating. And I thought, all right, I'm going to get an explanation of what the heck the metaverse is. And I was blown away by actually the information that I got that wasn't just an explanation of what the metaverse was. It is a deep dive into the reason the metaverse is being called the metaverse, and a deep dive into why we're not there and how we've gotten to where we are. There's so many really good points to this. Actually, on Thursday's show, so tomorrow on our show, we're actually going to be covering gamers and ADHD, which is fun because I'm an ADHD diagnosed adult. And on Thursday, we're going to be covering the space around, I've already forgotten. I was just going to tell you something. Let me look at it. Pull it up. What are we going to do? What are we doing on Thursday? Which I will tell you here shortly as I sing elevator music to this la-di-da. That's right. The history of video games. On Thursday's show, we're going to go over the history of video games. I spent a ton of time this summer alongside this book trying to understand the history of video games and who was the first, or what was the first video game ever created. And I got like 6 or 7 books from the library. I've got a bunch of books on Scribd and Audible and Kindle, just trying to learn who created the first game. And it's fun because he talks a lot about gaming in this book, the metaverse, and how it will revolutionize everything. Now, if you haven't gotten this book yet, or gotten a copy of it or something, get it from the library if it's available. It's on Google Play, it's on Scribd, it's on Amazon. Definitely take some time. There's about, 20 chapters or so. It's a pretty good book. But we're actually going to jump into the part of the book that explains what the metaverse is. And we're going to listen in, actually, to some conversations with Matthew Ball. But we're going to maybe listen in to this information. So let's take a listen.
Right now, the metaverse doesn't exist. It's not something that we can go out and experience. We can't purchase a product. No company is going to reflect metaverse revenues on their income statement. It is an ambition. We as a society, as people, did not evolve for thousands of years to interact with 2D interfaces. There's a belief that the metaverse is a more intuitive way to express, to create, and to explore. What we're going to find is that an ever-growing share of our everyday interactions are happening inside a 3D rendered environment or with 3D augmentation, like AR glasses. Much like we already observe with younger generations, we'll start to see that seniors start to educate, to do physiotherapy, to see their doctor, to be analyzed in 3D real-time experiences. Also, we will see that in the near future, speaking to a customer associate, will be presented in holography. Whenever you talk about holographics, people think of this as an impossible technology. The truth is it is here. It's just expensive and not widely deployed. And so those examples of going to the DMV and talking to a holographic representative, going to a retail store to try on clothes that are projected on top of you with a camera, with a consultant telling you what's a good fit, having the measurements tuned based on gait analysis. That's not that far off. But in many instances, we'll find that the world around us has been built using these technologies. Architecture and construction are already using them today. Or we might walk through an industrial facility, such as an airport, which for all intents and purposes is in the metaverse and has placed you there from the moment you set foot. My biggest concerns about the metaverse are that we're still struggling and in many cases failing to contend with current problems with the internet. Mis and disinformation, privacy, data security. These are very serious issues, and frankly, there's evidence that they're getting worse each day. When we go to the metaverse, the difficulty of these challenges will only increase, and at the same time, we'll probably lose some of the lessons from the last 15 years because they don't port over one-to-one. At the same time, I'm optimistic because I firmly believe that we have a once in every 15, 20-year chance to reset the playing field. If we don't like a company that's leading, we don't like a business practice that's present, if we don't like the way in which the internet is run, we can affect who leads tomorrow. That doesn't cleanly give us the answer, how do you solve for radicalization or disinformation, but allows us to change who is making the call and what are their incentives, and where do we spend our time? That's hard intragenerationally. As we succeed one era with a new one, we, and by we I mean developers, consumers, voters, regulators, have an unprecedented opportunity to actually affect the world, the companies which lead us, the philosophies that we support, the business models that drive society. And so understanding how the world is going to change, be digitally transformed in the years to come, is essential.
Get smarter, faster with videos from the world's
smarter,
biggest-
faster, it says. Oh, that'd be great. I want to get smarter, faster. Can I just get smarter? That'd be. I don't care about the faster part. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts in the chat? If you're here on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, LinkedIn, or even YouTube, please drop some thoughts into the chat. We are live right now on all those platforms. I will see your comments on my chat for all the platforms. I can respond to them verbally. Please, if you have any thoughts or ideas, or you just want to say, this is what I think, please drop them in the chat because I am down to talk about anything. And reminder, later today, if you will come around at 2 p.m. Eastern, we will be doing a looking ahead to 2023 in esports, gaming, and the metaverse on D&H TV Live, the webcast that is going to be online. There is a link in the chat. If you need the link, please feel free to ask me and I'll put it in the chat. You can also use !charity in the chat if you'd like to donate to the nonprofit, the Varsity Esports Foundation, and support our mission in helping disenfranchised students in low-income areas gain access to STEM education through curriculum and gaming and esport clubs in low-income schools. So please check that out. You can check me out on my socials, Linktree, and if you have any questions about anything in gaming or esports, I'm here to answer. This is also an Ask Me Anything, but it's also a Learn Me Anything kind of day for the metaverse as we watched this really good video from Matthew Ball, and he is the author once again of this book, Metaverse and How It Revolutionized Everything. I'd love to hear from him. I tagged him in a post the other day again, and he is very responsive to those things, which is really nice. I really appreciate his ability to be a big deal and also talk to the little guy. Now, we're going to jump into a section of his book. And what I'm going to do is I've actually got Photoshop and Adobe Premiere pulled up because we're going to take, I'm going to read you part of the book, what he believes the definition of the metaverse is. And then I'm going to take the audio version of it from my script. I'm going to record that and I'm going to edit it into a soundbite right here, live on TV. And it'll almost be like we're in the metaverse. The metaverse. There we go. We're in the metaverse doing something together. And now, for those out there, what do you think the metaverse is? Before we go into the definition, what is the metaverse to you? When you hear metaverse, in the chat, throw it in on Twitch, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Twitter. Feel free. Drop it in the chat, reply on Twitter. What do you think the metaverse is? And we're going to answer those questions together. Let me give you some multiple choice. Is the metaverse a virtual reality with headsets? Is the metaverse augmented reality like Pokemon Go, where you use your phone to find the Pokemon or other things? I think I did a Harry Potter one. I really like that. We did that Harry Potter one in Orlando at the Harry Potter World, which I thought there'd be a cooler thing at Harry Potter, like a special wand or something you would get while you're in. They missed out. Let me just say, they missed out at Harry Potter World in Orlando by not providing some sort of cool thing for people to get. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Now, I wanted to make sure you also knew what this cool swag is that I'm wearing, because the swag that I'm wearing, my very good friend from church, Britt Coonrod, here in Kansas City, this is Misfit Nation swag. I've also got the shirt on right here. Boom! I love it. I'm an ambassador for it. It is a super comfortable gear. Super comfortable gear. Misfit Nation. I love this gear. It's super comfortable. You can go on to misfitnation.com and you can actually use Misfit Bubba as your code and get a discount. Plus, Misfit Nation will donate to charity. How cool is that? So if you're looking for some streetwear that is a shirt or these really cool tapered sweatpants, a hoodie, which I think I'm gonna get a hoodie. Actually, you know what? Let's buy something while we're here. Why don't we do that? This is almost like the metaverse. Wait, is the metaverse buying stuff online? What do you think? Is the metaverse buying something online? Maybe so. Let's see. I want to get something I can wear this winter. So let's find maybe. You know what? I could use some shorts. Let's go with shorts. Casual wear. Is that? I saw them. Men's athletic long black shorts. Boom. Black ones. Okay. Obviously, I can wear 2X. I'm not ashamed of it. Good gosh. Why has it got to be more expensive? More fabric. Just how it is. This isn't embarrassing at all. But I like these shorts. I'm definitely excited to wear these and rock them. Let's see. Let's add this to the cart. I got a 2X shorts, athletic black long shorts. I love this shirt. It's very comfortable. I'm guessing it is also very comfortable. So we're going to go ahead and put in all my data here so you don't see it. And Misfit Nation. Go to misfitnation.com, use code BUBBA. Actually, I'll show you how that works. Let me just show you how that works. Let's proceed to checkout. And we're going to put in code BUBBA. Oh, I've already used it. I've already put it. It's already saved because I used it before. Let's take it away and apply. Look. How about we put in code Misfit Bubba? Boom, 10% off. They also donate to charity. Super duper excited to get me some nice swag, awesome shorts. And I'm gonna go ahead and purchase this since you're not looking. Go double check, nobody's looking. The Metaverse, what do you think in the chat? If you're here, what is the Metaverse? Any ideas, any thoughts? Any ideas, any thoughts? Okay, continue to payment. Nice, look at that. Free shipping, who's your father? Let's go. All right. We're gonna purchase that. I think that's the right TCC code. Confirmed, here we go. Same as address, ship it, send it. Got me. Now, think about this. If I'm purchasing clothing. Okay? I want you to think about, if you watch that video with me, think about I purchased some swag, some gear. Okay, ordered, sweet, confirmation. Now think about, they were talking about the clothing. Well, Roblox actually did some really cool stuff with Nike Land recently, and they created what's called Nike Land. And I've played it. It's really, really cool. What's interesting is you can go up and you can actually purchase Nikes and Nike apparel. I'm gonna go actually find a video of that. And what I also like is there was, and maybe I'll pull up the stream. You can, let's watch this video. Watch this video. Let's go. Close that. Here we go. Nike Land.
Oh, sometimes we laugh and sometimes we cry, but I guess you know now, baby. Been waking up in the crib and sometimes I don't even know where I'm at.
Wait, am I gonna get copyright struck for this? Let's not let it go too long. I might get copyright strike if I turn it off.
They on their face right now. I know that they at the crib going crazy down bad.
I feel like my Twitch is going to block this out. So that's what it is. But this, hey, what's up, Bill? Thanks for being here. Yeah, Twitch is gonna copyright strike that right there. YouTube is gonna be mad as well. But Nike Land, super cool. What I liked about Nike Land is you can go in, you can play different games while you're there, and I built some sort of platform jumping around thing. And then there was a store. There was a store where you could buy with Robux in the metaverse. You could buy Roblox gear, apparel. I don't know what the terminology is. Maybe somebody can help me out. You can buy Nike stuff for shoes or hats or whatever in Roblox through Nike Land Store. And I really thought it was cool. It was a great idea. Which, what you're buying stuff in Avatar, definitely Ready Player One. You know what? We definitely need to run into Ready Player One information. We need to make sure we cover that a little bit. And then what I liked was the ability to buy stuff. You can put it on your avatar, but then I got to do a show with PWR. I'm gonna find the actual stream of me doing this back in the day. I did a live stream on Fortnite. Here it is. I did a live stream on Fortnite. And Inception. I was able to get in and play some Fortnite. One of the things you do, which is cool, Marvin Maston, Brian Marakian, they mute that. What was really cool about this, yeah, I'm Indiana Jones as my avatar, but I played this custom island. Look, it's me right there. That's crazy. I played this custom island where island code, and I was able to mess around, but you go in here. This is the gift shop. I went in the gift shop. Come on, stay in the gift shop, Bubba. Stay in the gift shop. Okay, see these avatars? Not this guy. Not this guy. I didn't even know how to do it. I got messed up. Come on. Go forward. Continue. These guys on the side. Oh, there's a dressing room and everything as well. Come on, come on, come on. I got stuck there trying to figure things out. Oh, I went downstairs. Let's go back. Okay, right there. Okay, see these avatars right here? These guys? You could click these just like you would if you activated a... Look at my face. That is an old VOD. You look exactly how old. I'll tell you in a second. It's not that. It probably was this year, maybe. I think it was this spring. I do. I had my beard a little different. Oh, let's see. It's this hat. It's this hat, though. It's this hat. Different hat. You could click on those, and I believe it might not be in game. It might have taken you to an external website to actually purchase stuff. Oh, you know what this one does? I think this one actually took you to the Fortnite game store. What is it called? The Fortnite, anybody know? What the heck is it called? Item shop, I think. And you could get those skins. Then the other day, oh my gosh, the other day, this is not public information, but a friend of mine, he had something similar to this. And instead of being taken out into an external website, which is kind of what I've seen in these virtual worlds, you were able to click on something, like there was actually a wall where you could click a thing to donate, and it would let you donate right there within the game or the world rather than take you out. That's something I haven't seen before. We're really moving forward. Now remember, this isn't the metaverse. This is just a part of the metaverse. Something I really want to break down is what Matthew Ball says about the metaverse, universe, galaxies, and planets. He says it pretty well, but I want to find this exact quote where he talks about how I'm not gonna be able to find it, but how I'm gonna explain it is this. Imagine the metaverse as the universe, and I'm not gonna do this complete justice because I know there's a little bit a better definition for this. And Bill, that was July 8th, by the way, when I did that, so it was this summer. The metaverse, let's consider it as the universe. And if we look further down, we look at galaxies. and we look at planets in the galaxy. There's even solar systems in the galaxy. And I tried to explain it. I was actually on a call the other day with someone. Bubba is a metaverse skin. Thanks, Kyle. What I liked about I was talking to somebody from Intel the other day, and I was explaining to her what the metaverse was, and I think I got it pretty close. And I said the metaverse, consider it the universe, and a galaxy would be something like social media. Okay, a galaxy, social media. He doesn't age. Thanks, Kyle. A galaxy would be something like social media. Maybe a solar system would be something like Twitter. And a planet would be something like a Twitter post. Okay? Now, if that's in your mind, I almost want to draw this. Okay? Let's just do this. Universe down to planet. I think I'll just probably use an image here. A solar system or a galaxy? Oh, WoW? Is WoW a solar system or a galaxy? Okay. That's a great question. Great question. I like that a lot. Okay. So let's look at, we've got a galaxy. Okay. The fact that Bubba does age. Thanks, Bill. So we've got, this is a galaxy in the universe. If we then go down to solar system planet, let's use WoW for an example. Okay, World of Warcraft, is it a solar system or a galaxy? I think it could be either, depending on how you look at it, Kyle. Universe, metaverse, right here. Big galaxy. Let's just say the galaxy is massive multiplayer online games, or maybe the galaxy is video games. And then solar system is massive multiplayer online role-playing games. Sorry. It's an MMORPG, Dad. Get real. And then a planet could be WoW. And if I'm taking this way too far, a continent is a server. Okay? And then a state or a country is a part of the map. I don't know. Can we go with that? But maybe WoW is its own galaxy instead, and then break it down. That's the issue. I don't. There's not a clear definition on that, but I really enjoyed looking at Metaverse as the universe, not virtuality is the Metaverse or augmented reality. But now let's take it a little step further. Let's go. These galaxies are one. There's a galaxy for social media. There's a galaxy for virtual reality. There's a galaxy for augmented reality. There is a galaxy for websites. There's a galaxy for soda cans. I don't know. And then within each one of those galaxies are solar systems that could be companies, let's say. For virtual reality, you have Meta. You have, let's go Second Life as a galaxy. Let's go with those games that you play in the mall. And then, yeah, planets or solar system, take it down further. Like I said, I would love Matthew Ball's explanation of this because it's pretty good. But that's kind of where I've been trying to explain it, because it gives a little credence to the idea that Metaverse encompasses all these things. And it's taken a year for me to kind of just make those things click in my head. When my first understanding of the Metaverse was, virtual reality, like a lot of people, right? And that's okay. But if we look at something like Ready Player One, right? If we look at Ready Player One and we watch this trailer,
Watts.
It's a little bit different.
My name's Wade Watts.
If you've read the book,
that name because it sounded like a superhero's.
A lot of people would say the
like
Metaverse
Peter
is like
Parker
Ready
or
Player One.
Bruce Banner. But he died when I was a kid. My mom too. And I ended up here.
Which the book, you live in Oklahoma City, just saying.
Tiny corner of nowhere. There's nowhere left to go. Nowhere.
But the Oasis.
Except the Oasis. A whole virtual universe. People come to the Oasis for all the things they can do. But they stay because of all the things they can be.
Can you feel this?
Yeah. It's the only place that feels like I mean it.
Family friendly.
The Oasis was the brainchild of James Halliday.
Hello. If you're watching this,
I'm dead.
I created a hidden object, an Easter egg. The first person to find the egg will inherit $500 billion and total control of the Oasis itself.
Who is this Parzival, and how the hell is he winning?
Find him. This isn't just a game. I'm talking about actual life and death stuff.
The Oasis.
The world's most important economic resource.
And it's nothing less than a war for control of the future.
Welcome to the rebellion, Wade.
Might as well jump.
Am I gonna get copyright strike?
Like many of you,
Right, perfect,
I only
Bill.
came here to escape. But I found something much bigger than just myself. Are you willing to fight?
Help us save the Oasis.
So Ready Player One, that's definitely Spielberged up. If you've read the books, there's Ready Player One and there's Ready Player Two. I don't know how they're gonna do Ready Player Two movie because there's so many things from Ready Player One book that they didn't add. People give Ready Player One movie a ton of crap about how what movie have you seen that is nothing like the book? And then people will use Ready Player One as an example. I really like movies and I like that movie. But people will say Metaverse like that is what we're thinking of, virtuality, because you're living in somewhere else as an avatar. You can be anyone you want. Now, if we go back further, what you'll learn in this book, Metaverse and how it will revolutionize everything, is that really the idea of the Metaverse actually didn't come about. The terminology came in a book called Snow something. Hold on, I will find it. It is Snow Crash. Stevenson Snow Crash. Okay. There is a book called Snow Crash. And maybe it's gonna load. Snow Crash. So this book was written in, let's see, written in some year, some day, 2000, that's right. So this book was written in 2000. And the term metaverse, this was one of the first places that the term metaverse actually came from. I'd actually like to read this book or get it read to me through audiobook. But this is one of the first times back in 2000 where the term metaverse came from. And people think, oh, this is the metaverse. It is like Ready Player One. Well, as you'll learn in this book, if you do get to read it, it is not that. And Matthew Ball in his book just says, here is the definition of the metaverse. And I'm going to read this out loud. He speaks about the metaverse. He says, a massively scaled and interoperable network of real-time rendered 3D virtual worlds that can be experienced synchronously and persistently by an effectively ultimate number of users with an individual sense of presence and with continuity of data such as identity, history, entitlements, objects, communications, and payments. What? Right? What the heck does that mean? Well, as you learn more about this, read more through this book, virtual worlds, virtual worlds are part of the metaverse, right? He talks about video games like Animal Crossing, which Animal Crossing is the largest selling title for Nintendo Switch. He talks about Zelda being an open world, Call of Duty, virtual worlds. Then he goes into talking about 3D and what is 3D. He talks about things like TikTok, real-time rendered, things like a Monsters Universe movie. He talks about how the movie Monsters Universe, seeing all of the hair and everything on Sully, well, they went from, this is what was cool, it would have taken 29 hours for each of the films, 120,000 plus frames were rendered, but they built a data center of 2,000 controlling industrial grade computers combining the 24,000 cores. It could, instead of rendering one frame, taking 29 hours to render one frame, or sorry, all those frames, it rendered a frame in roughly 7 seconds. So 7 seconds, let's do the math. So it was originally 29 times 60, 1740. So 1200 divided by, what did I say? 1740? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing here. 7 seconds for all 120,000 frames. Divided by 60. So it took, that's not right. Somebody help me with math. 7 times 120,000, okay, divided by 60, right? So it took 14,000 minutes divided by 60. So 230, that's, I don't know. It took less time. That's all that matters. That's all you need to know. It took less time. Interoperable network. This is really big because he talks about how Roblox, that was, I was talking about Nike Town and how you could buy a Nike t-shirt. And you couldn't then use that Nike t-shirt in Call of Duty because it's not interoperable. They don't operate with each other. So an example he gives here is when you buy the Fortnite banana skin, like the big peely, and you try to wear it in Call of Duty. Let's say you're able to wear it in Call of Duty, which you're not. You wear that, your head pokes up through the car, right? Or you get seen, your hitbox is bigger. Just like we're seeing right now with Fortnite and the Hulk skin. They were showing somebody, it was Mystique's character from X-Men. They were showing her there, and the hitbox, if you don't know what hitbox is, it is how much outside of your shoulder can you shoot a bullet in FPS and it still make contact. So the hitbox, I also learned from my 11-year-old, is also in Rocket League, how your car hits the ball. But as they were shooting here, on Mystique, and then Mystique changed into Hulk. They were still shooting the same spot, but Hulk was bigger and it was hitting his hitbox. I don't know why I went down that road, but I did. And there's a lot of things to understand that, okay, that's different. Like for Peely's head coming out of the car or peeking over a wall, he's going to get hit by his hitbox. But it doesn't matter. These worlds are not working together. So they are not, oh, right here, Fortnite. They're not able to share. Still waiting. Hey, random Rick, how are you, sir? Still waiting for Mystique to come back in the Fortnite store. Oh man, I got lucky. I got it when she was on. I earned it through the battle pass. It was pretty fun. But do they unvault those sometimes? I didn't know that. Massively scaled. Here's another thing. Massively scaled. You've got to be able to have 1 million people online all doing the same thing. We're looking at ChatGPT this week, right? We're looking at ChatGPT. And let's see if I can even get on right now. Probably because it's the middle of the day and nobody's on. Yes, I'm a human, I think. Should I ask ChatGPT to make sure I'm a human? Verifying me? Yeah, I'm human. Come on, I clicked it twice. Oh, I gotta log back in. So things like ChatGPT, can you prove? Yeah, I can't even get into ChatGPT because there's such a high demand right now, which I love ChatGPT. I spent some time a couple days ago, if you want to watch that. It was last week in there. Massively scaled. So what I'm getting at massively scaled is it's struggling right now, ChatGPT, because it's a huge AI system. I've asked it some amazing questions and amazing things it's done for me over the past few days. But is it scalable right now? No, because it's free. I don't know. Elon Musk has put some money into it, and some other guys that are famous. I have no idea. Oh, here we go. Here we go. He talks about it. Here we go. In the metaverse, there might be meta galaxies, a collection of virtual worlds that operate under a single authority that are clearly connected by a visual layer. Under this definition, Roblox would be a meta galaxy. So, Roblox being a meta galaxy, because there's a bunch of games, is different, probably than a WoW, because there's only one game. I don't know. One way to think about meta galaxy is to think of Facebook's role in the internet. Facebook is obviously not the internet, but it is a collection of tightly integrated Facebook pages and profiles. In a simplified sense, it's today's version of a 2D meta galaxy. Analog also allows us to consider the likely extent of the metaverse interoperability, which I've talked about now. Okay, I'm going to find chapter 3. And we're going to listen to this, how he talks about it, because he talks about it even better. This is Luis Moreno that actually says this.
Chapter 3, a definition, finally. With the important preliminaries behind us, we can begin to talk concretely about what the metaverse is. While there are competing definitions and a great deal of confusion, I believe it is possible to offer a clear, comprehensive, and useful definition of the term, even at this early point in the history of the metaverse. Here, then, is what I mean when I write and speak about the metaverse. A massively scaled and interoperable network of real-time rendered 3D virtual worlds that can be experienced synchronously and persistently by an effectively unlimited number of users with an individual sense of presence and with continuity of data such as identity, history, entitlements, objects, communications, and payments. This chapter unpacks each element of this definition.
So that's from his definition, Matthew Ball's definition of this. And yeah, asking again, what do you think the metaverse is? Okay. I probably won't spend the time recording this and making it into a social post, but we got to listen to it. I was going to record it, and I've been wanting to actually record that audio clip right there and turn it into a visual. Good morning, gamers. Hello, Vanilla Gorilla. Thank you for being here. We're wrapping up. Appreciate you being here. But yeah, metaverse. Please check out this book. Go to Amazon, or I actually got it on Scribd. This is on Scribd. If you didn't know, Scribd is better than audiobooks from Audible. I'm so sorry. Audible. Yeah, they don't have everything on Scribd that you may want, but it's $9 a month, and you can get as many books as you want. You can get books that you can read. You can get books that are audio. You can get... Oh, sorry, Vanilla Gorilla. Sorry to hear about your internet issues. Then I will jump in here as I finish up. Please go register to listen in more about the metaverse. Listening to Bubba, this is Bill Kronk Games on Twitch. Listening to Bubba is like a trip to Branson. Takes forever to get there. Once you get there, you think, that's it. This is true, Bill. This is true. And this is why on our show here in the next few days, we're going to actually talk about ADHD and gamers. Let me pull up my channel here. You can actually check out the shows that I'll be having here soon. So today we are in the metaverse. Where you're watching that live right now here on YouTube. Yesterday I did a show with Brian Custer, Major Brian Custer from the Army. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing gamers and ADHD. All right, gamers and ADHD. Thursday, I'm going to be doing history of video games on the show. And these are a little bit off times, different times based on my schedule. 10:30 tomorrow, 10 a.m. This is Central Time. And then 9 o'clock on Friday, I'm going to be doing Alpha for Gamers, which is a really fun organization that my wife works for, Alpha. And some ministry stuff that we're going to be doing through Alpha this next semester or in the spring. But tomorrow, gamers and ADHD. Bill, this is, yeah, I'm gonna jump into that. Random Rick, Metaverse is what PlayStation Home promised on a huge scale. Really? Okay, yeah. I didn't realize that. They promised it. Huh, I don't even know what PlayStation Home is. PS Home. In case something pops up. PlayStation Home. Huh. Let's see. PlayStation Home, virtual 3D social. What was tomorrow's topic? Tomorrow's topic is gamers and ADHD. Tomorrow, the 14th at 10:30 a.m. Central, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. We lived it. REM is ADHD. Oh, Rim, sorry. Rim, your son, and was the originator of Games TV. Yes. Hey, I just got diagnosed with it last summer, and I've been changed on everything that I believe and how I believe. So we'll cover that tomorrow. PS Home was the PS3 idea, interactive with the world that failed. Let's look at this here. PlayStation 3, PlayStation Network began in 2005 and launched in December 2008. Okay. Allowed users to create a custom avatar. I think I get what you're doing. Random Rick. What's tomorrow's topic again? ADHD, attention deficit hyperactive disorder, or for adults, there's no H actually, is what I'm learning from a book I'll talk about tomorrow if you'd like to learn more. So this was back in 2008. Okay, look at this. Can't really see it. It's small. Okay, never mind. I don't want to zoom in. Great, good one, Random Rick. Okay, so so Second Life. I mean, let's just look at Second Life since we're talking about history. He talks about Second Life in his book. Actually, let's find that part. Second Life. Let's see if we can find when he first talks about it. Okay. So he talks about Second Life here. Others wonder how the metaverse will be any different from experiences such as Second Life, which have existed for decades, and though once expected to change the world, eventually faded from memory and is uninstalled from personal computers. So he goes on to talk about Second Life and how, do you remember Second Life? And that it was a big deal? Well, it was huge. And they actually, in Second Life, let's see if we can find, oh, here it is right here. Second Life, especially those in Silicon Valley, begin to contemplate the prospect of a parallel existence that would take the place of the virtual space. Can we find this? This is page 15. Let's actually just go to this. What chapter am I in? Let's just hear the words. I think this is just chapter 1. This is just chapter 1. Okay, chapter 1, page 15. Let's go to chapter 1. Let's just listen to it.
Part 1. Interactive planet been replaced. A virtual place where a pizza deliverer in the real world could be a talented swordsman with inside orbital spaceflight described in snow cushions resulted in a recapitalization for various cryptocurrency. 2011, the novelist told the New York Times that, quote, I can talk all. He coined the term, the story is all about you, imagines a nuclear fan product called One was published by billions of legit Lana and Lily Wachowski, but man-made machine, even likely for anyone. Gibson said, he's a cool vision, hyper-digital reality, and is of the Memex. But where Bush have not been centered on subjugation dungeons. MUDs, multi-user, shared, and members of the jury.
So good.
One participant, virtual environment, and had to barter with a commercial hit. That decade, millions of real-time allowed production of the entire.
I don't know, it's in there. Let's just read it. Forget it. I want to hear this guy read it. So in the first year, Second Life attracted over 1 million regular users. Then shortly thereafter, numerous world organizations established their own businesses presence inside the platform. This included for-profit corporations such as Adidas, BBC, Wells Fargo, as well as nonprofits such as American Cancer Society, Save the Children, even universities, including Harvard, whose law school offered exclusive courses in Second Life. Okay? This was 2004 or 5. In 2007, the stock exchange launched on the platform with an aim of helping Second Life-based companies raise capital. Okay? And what they were doing, the Second Life annualized GDP exceeded $30 million in 2005. Okay? And by 2009, it exceeded $500 million. That's $500 million. Yep. With users cashing out $55 million into real-world currency that year. Okay? They did whatever. They did what we now call probably crypto or other things. And they cashed out into real USD $55 million. That's pretty crazy, right? So we just skimmed the surface of the metaverse today. We spent an hour talking about the metaverse. I definitely think you should go and check out this book, on Amazon or on Scribd. We'll just put that link in. Oh my God, it's huge. Then there is not a single competitor comes anywhere near WoW's total player count, which is effectively 120 million. Actually, let's see. Let's see. I think you're right, but total like player count. Total player count video game like total from the beginning to end, from beginning to now, overall. So there's live player count, and then that's usually monthly numbers. Yeah. And then list of most played video games by player count. Let's see. So I'm confused as to why WoW, there we go, World of Warcraft, 100 million registered accounts, right? So this is January 14th number, I guess. Yeah. 101, that's billions. PUBG has billions. Then this is daily players. So this is kind of hard to read because it's not super concise. But yes, there is a lot of stuff. World of Warcraft definitely, I think, probably had to have beaten Second Life for sure. Well, that's it. Please come by today. Come by today and check out our show on LinkedIn, on D&H Live. I'll be there talking about 2023, looking ahead, esports, gaming, and the metaverse. I'll be interviewing Shay Williams, the Coalition of Parents and Esports founder. She's a mother of a pro esports gamer who I think he's 17 now. And she'll be talking about Web3 as well. And Casey Weiss from D&H. One of the other co-founders of Coalition of Parents and Esports is Chris Bukowski. And his son is actually Skeptic, the kind of baby ninja, as he was called in the past. And he is a pro esports player. With Misfit, I believe. Misfit. He might be somewhere else now. I'm not sure. But come check out that show today on D&H Live TV. The link is in the chat. If you need it, please let me know. But thank you guys for being here. This has been fun to talk a little bit about the metaverse and just learn a little bit with you guys. So thank you so much for being here. Everybody, thanks in the chat. Feel free to drop a 1 in the chat if you're here. And drop a goodbye and say tomorrow, I'd love to see you back. GG, thanks in the chat. If you're here tomorrow, we're going to be talking about gamers and ADHD. And this has been our Good Morning Gamers show. Had a ton of fun. Thank you all for being here. Stay amazing. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. And get some rest. Eat your vegetables. Drink some water. Get up. Walk around a little bit. I think that's what I'll do next. And see ya.
Hello, my name is Christy Kester. As a public educator for the past 24 years, I have watched as interest in esports has exploded in schools across the world. Last fall, I joined the High School Esports League and helped to establish the education department. Since then, we have been working hard to integrate esports into education to create a scholastic gaming experience where students can learn, play, and compete. With our evidence-based, STEM.org-approved gaming concepts curriculum, schools can offer 4-credit classes during the school day that help improve chronic absenteeism, student engagement, and mental health.
As a senior health advisor for High School Esports League and a former ER physician, I see the incredible need for supporting mental health in students in today's schools. In fact, schools at a formidable crossroads where a pervasive and persistent decline in youth mental health now intersects with staff burnout. This has not been a sudden problem, but rather one we've seen over decades. The American Academy of Pediatrics announced in 2019 that 1 out of 3 students meets the criteria for generalized anxiety disorder before graduation. And the CDC reaffirmed that between 2009 and 2019, 2019, depression increased in adolescents by roughly 40%. The most telltale sign that grabbed all of our hearts was when the Surgeon General announced in December of 2021 that female adolescents increased their visits to the emergency departments around the nation by 51% for suicidal ideations. In the face of this, schools are desperately seeking solutions and ways to support those that struggle with mental health challenges. Now, these statistics that I mentioned are averages. We know there are some cohorts that are at higher risk, particularly those students who do not feel they have a safe place or a legitimate connection to school. That's where esports represents a tremendous opportunity. Students who are not currently involved with sports, music, arts, and traditional extracurriculars are left with minimal opportunities to make a connection. Yet many of these students find connections to their friends and other social outlets through online activity, including gaming. So, Scholastic Gaming represents an opportunity to leverage an area of interest into a legitimate class that meets state standards and expectations, all through an evidence-based curriculum that can simultaneously support self-esteem, self-efficacy, and life skills in many kids who desperately need it.
Hi, my name is Michael Russell. During my career as a teacher, I was fortunate enough to have the support of my administrator as I began the journey to establish the first 4-credit Scholastic Gaming course in the nation. At HSEL, we have the resources and data to help you speak with your administrators about the impact that Scholastic Gaming and esports can have for your students. We have strategies that can help you with acquiring technology and curriculum, such as ESSER funds, grant applications, and partnerships. The High School Esports League has invested significant resources in helping our education partners, and we are excited about this opportunity to help you establish Scholastic Gaming in your school.
Varsity Esports Foundation. Founded in December 2018, the Varsity Esports Foundation was created by a group of esports professionals. Our mission is to create an inclusive, safe, and aspirational network of gaming communities for all. The Varsity Esports Foundation is a 501c3 organization established to offer financial assistance to schools and to provide a pipeline for students to reach their potential through esports. We have 4 foundation goals. 1. Build a network of inclusive gaming communities. 2. Create scholarships for students within these communities. 3. Ensure a safe environment for all players. And 4. Promote gaming literacy across the ecosystem. The foundation has funds for a limited amount of assistance to support schools with league fees and/or computer equipment. For more information, please visit us at varsityesportsfoundation.org. Varsity Esports Foundation, a pipeline for students to reach their potential through esports.
Esports and the CECC is back.
It's AKJ's sweet, sweet victory!
The CECC is back.
Will San Jose's winning streak come to an end?
College Esports is back.
A ruling team story or an underdog story.
Let the series begin!
College Esports is back.
So we've got something going for both of these squads, as Choi Boy's not even looking at him.
CECC is back.
They have competed at an international stage. They have been in this position before.
College Esports is back. It's a new year filled with new players, but the same collegiate esports action you know and love. Join me, your host, Paulie Hype, as we kick off the first stop for the CECC Roadmap September 17th and 18th with the South Region Online Qualifier. You can catch all the action starting at 10 a.m. EST on twitch.tv/esportsu. I can't wait to see you there. It's a brand new year, and I'm just getting started. Woo! It's a year of hype. Yeah! We'll see you this weekend. Woo!
Life is busy. Every day we ask questions like, what's happening today? What should I wear? How am I going to fit everything in? But then there are bigger questions like, why am I here? What's my purpose? Where am I heading? Is there more to life than this? These are some of life's big questions, but there's rarely enough time to think them through. That's why Alpha exists. Alpha is a place to explore life's big questions in a safe and open environment. It's a series of sessions where anyone can share their thoughts and opinions and ask questions without feeling judged. When you come to an Alpha, you'll notice that first, there's food. Whether it's a full meal or a light snack, this is the time to get to know each other in a casual setting. Next, you'll watch an alpha talk. The talks are created to engage and spark conversation. They explore big issues around faith from a Christian perspective. After the talk is a time for discussion. This is the most essential part of any alpha. It allows everyone to share their own opinions on the ideas presented in the talks. It's a time for people with different thoughts, beliefs, and experiences to ask honest questions and have open conversation. Every week, there are guests coming for the first time to an alpha in their community. Alpha is for everyone, regardless of background or beliefs. There's no pressure, no follow-up, and it's completely free to attend. Come and explore life's big questions. Find an alpha near you today.